Today we are going to be taking a look at stress and the capabilities that stress has on the body. What is stress? Many times you hear people say, "I'm so stressed today," or you even may tell somebody you look stressed today. Stress is the physical and emotional tension that a person feels due to many factors such as work, not meeting a deadline, being stuck in traffic, or even walking into a dirty room. Stress can make you feel a mixture of angry, nervous, or even emotional depending on the situation that is taking place. Although stress can give you many different feelings, not all stress is bad stress. There's a positive stress called eustress, which may motivate you to meet deadlines or try harder at what you're doing in the workplace. And there's also distress, which is the negative stress that puts you in a bad mood, possibly holding you back from achieving your goals that you need to. So you may be now thinking that anything in life can cause you stress, but what does stress physically and emotionally do to you? Psychoneuroimmunology is the study of interaction between psychological processes in the nervous system and immune system of the human body. These studies are used to help doctors and patients understand the connection between how stress affects the immune system in both negative and positive ways. Like we talked about in the last slide, there are two types of different stress, negative and positive. With that being said, both of these have an impact on your health, some good and bad. So now let's take a look at some of the negative psychological changes that occur with stress. The first possible change would be heart disease. Higher stress levels increase blood cholesterol, blood sugars, and high blood pressure. If you did not know, blood sugar as well as high blood pressure are major side effects that come before you are diagnosed with heart disease. Cancer is another factor that occurs with stress. It is found in many studies that desk workers have a higher cancer rate, maybe for the simple fact that they have so many cases and files to get through with only 24 hours in one day. Accidents are another major psychological change that occurs with stress. One who lacks sleep tends to be more stressed. People who are stressed and sleep deprived often tend to microsleep, which is falling asleep for a short period of time and not even realizing it. Microsleep can often happen when people are driving, which is the main cause of accidents. Some other negative side effects that occur with stress is cirrhosis, suicide, and lung alignment. On the other hand, stress can also have positive side effects. Stress can rebalance a person, help them connect with others, defend themselves, as well as motivate somebody. Stress often creates a fight or flight feeling, which enables the body to get ready to fight or run in order to defend themselves if they had to. Stress can also motivate somebody. If one has a deadline quickly approaching, distress can motivate them to complete their assignments in a timely manner. You are probably thinking that there were a lot more negative factors of stress than there were positives. Stress can, of course, lead to diseases such as heart disease, obesity, and diabetes. As talked about before, one of the major side effects of heart disease is high blood pressure. A sleep-deprived person is often very stressed. Sleep deprivation also brings about a higher blood pressure for several reasons. One who is sleep deprived often take caffeine supplement, which raises the blood pressure significantly. A raise constantly repeated to rise in the high blood pressure will eventually lead to heart disease. Obesity is another factor that stress affects. When you are stressed, a hormone called homoghrelin is released into the bloodstream. Homoghrelin often tells the body to eat carbohydrates as well as sugar. If homoghrelin is constantly being released into the bloodstream, a person will eat more and more carbohydrates and sugars. Carbs and sugars are two of the main factors of obesity in a healthy Unhealthy lifestyle. One last stress-induced disease is diabetes. A high level of stress holds glucose levels higher than normal as well. If glucose levels are higher than normal for a long period of time, a person could become glucose intolerant. If you're glucose intolerant, this then leads to diabetes, where a person may need to inject yourself with insulin in order to have an appropriate glucose amount in their body. Although stress is a natural thing that comes with the daily responsibilities, there are things that you can do to prevent an excess amount of stress. Exercising, getting the right amount of sleep, eating a healthy diet, and medications are some factors that can limit the amount of stress that you have. Exercise is something that prevents stress by promoting circulation, prevents your bodies from aging, allowing a good nutritious flow into your cells while allowing the toxins to flow out. Your muscles need regular exercise to stay toned and flexible. A second prevention method would be getting the right amount of sleep, which also allows your body to minimize the stress that you have and hold. Sleep repairs nerve cells, regulates hormones, sheds the lining of your stomach, as well as strengthens the structures in your memories and learning. Getting sleep helps your brain cells shrink, allowing interstitial fluid to wash away the toxins and byproducts that your body no longer needs. Eating a nutritious diet fights off disease and bacteria. Some berries, such as elderberries, and acai berries and blueberries, are rich in antioxidants, potassium, and vitamin C, which helps reduce inflammation in heart disease and prevents various cancers. Getting a balanced diet can benefit you in your everyday life. Lastly, medications are things that can reduce the amount of stress that you hold in your body. Not all medications are ones that are prescribed by doctors. Medications can be probiotics, which also helps balance things in your body, such as your pH balance. The combination of exercise, getting the right amount of sleep, eating healthy, and taking medications like probiotics will limit the amount of stress that you have while allowing you to manage stress better. Positive psychology is another point of view on things. Positive psychology uses happiness as the ability to believe in yourself and others by spreading positive faith in order to achieve all that you can. Positive psychologists may think that you should find joy in everything that you do. For example, if one was a school teacher, they should feel joy even when they have to get up bright and early every morning to go teach the same classes that they have taught year after year after year. Positive psychology also has stress prevention and methods. One method that can be used in order to prevent stress is getting an adequate amount of sunlight. Sunlight is a valuable source of vitamin D. It helps regulate genes, enables good sleep, and health for autoimmune flares. Not getting the right amount of sunlight can make one vitamin D deficient, or makes you feel more drained. If you did